This trip took us into a quite beautiful canyon that followed Walnut Creek near Pudding Stone Reservoir. And of course the trail also has to be named after a politician, Michael Antonovich, county supervisor. And the trail drops quite quickly from the roadside parking area down into the canyon. And on the way down we can catch a glimpse of the area that we're in, including the canyon area we're headed into. And here Jack works his way along the trail. It's still dropping down quite quickly. And the scenery continues to look quite beautiful. As Dale continues along down the trail. And then we reach the bottom to start our trip following along Walnut Creek. Not an awful lot of water in it this time of year, but enough to keep it interesting. In fact, we find that we have to cross over it quite a number of times. And this leads, of course, to a bit of boulder hopping. Not a really big deal, but it is important to be careful if you want to keep your feet dry, as Dale is doing here. We find that there are quite a few non-native plants in this area, such as ivy and quite a few palm trees. Then the trail widens out through a corridor of very nice oak trees. And suddenly we join a paved road with a guardhouse and a sign telling this is the entrance to a Buddhist temple and retreat. Also nearby is a quite large parking area, with no cars there, however. But then the trail continues on at one side of the parking area. And so Dale continues on along the trail. And we're still following along Walnut Creek with some scenic views along the way. At one point we see where someone has strung some rope from trees to be able to swing out over the water. I hope that if they were going to drop into the water, that it was a little bit deeper at that time. And then, kind of suddenly, we found the trail following alongside some horse corrals. And along with horses were some very loud peacocks. And one of them decided that he wanted to show off for us. And along with the peacock display, we found that there were a few more wildflowers here and there. But then we decided this was about far enough for today, so we began to backtrack from where we had come. And this, of course, meant reversing all of the stream crossings, as Jack is taking his turn to do here, with a little bit of boulder hopping. I did manage to keep my feet dry most of the time. Dale makes his way back through this quite open area with some more wildflowers. And back along the trail under the oaks, and across one last stream crossing, and then up the hill and back to the car. After a very pleasant hike of about 4 miles.